Karen Bonifilio, Inner Realms, Outer Journeys. I have a great person for you today. I know I always say that, but it's true. This is Sarah Lyle. Sarah, you want to say hi before I tell about you?
Hello, everyone. I'm so glad to be here. Thanks for inviting me, Karen.
Oh, I'm so happy you're here too. I really am. So, let me tell you a little bit about Sarah, and you're going to be surprised at what she's going to tell you today. She's a psychic medium and spirit artist who channels spirit through an artwork specially created for you, whether it's a loved one whom has passed, your higher self. Ooh, I want that, Sarah. Your spirit guides, spirit animals, past lives, or an answer to a question you may have at this particular time in your life. Spirit will dig deep and reveal a message that is needed at this time. So I got on her channel with she and Bonnie, and they gave me a free reading. And then I want to show you what my artwork that I got from Sarah is so cool. Isn't that beautiful? And I wish I was that thin.
Our higher selves are all perfect, right? We're thin and
This is
young and
true. Yeah. Well, Sarah, tell us a little bit about your journey. How did you know that you were psychic? Was it when you were a child or later in life, or how did it all play out?
so basically, I had a lot of things happen as a child that were labeled as weird, or I thought they were weird. And I grew up in the middle of Nebraska, so in the Midwest, in the middle of nowhere, and basically, friends and family and all of that would be like, no, you're creative and you have a creative imagination, but they didn't entertain talking about any of those things. So I really didn't know until later in life that I was a medium. But I do recall and remember lots of situations. I think that I was channeling drawings from beyond and connecting with beings when I was a child, because I would sit and doodle all the time and
Wow.
then look at those drawings and go, what is that? I don't know what that is. But now as I look back, I realize that was actually, it's been going on my whole life.
Did you save any of those drawings by any chance from
I
your
didn't, and I didn't, and I may have. I need to go back and look. I've got all my stuff in the garage, so it would be very interesting to go back and try to find some of those drawings. I just had memories, of questioning, like, why does this drawing not turn out like I want it to? Why is it something totally different than what I'm looking at?
Mhm.
Um, and channeling, you're bringing it up through, and it's coming from a different source. I believe all really touching arts, whether it's music or physical art or whatever, singing, all of those things, um, is channeled. It's channeled from beyond. And
Mhm.
so when it touches your soul, you know that it's channeled from beyond. And so when people say writer's block, or as an artist, I have a block, you're blocked from that divine spirit for that moment, and you're
Yeah.
in your head and you're thinking it's you, that you have to perform. So
Oh.
when I realized that I was able to do this channeling, it was freeing, and I just allowed to come through whatever. And the art shifted and changed. It had a different vibration to it.
Now, did your family notice something about your artwork? And I'm just trying to figure out what it may have looked like.
So, as a child, or the difference between when I realized that I was a spirit artist, that I could use that gift. So, like as a child, they would say things like, wow, how does a 7-year-old know how to draw hands and
Oh.
faces? And why is this little witch that she's drawing so detailed?
Oh, that's
That's
cool.
something that somebody that age would not have the cognitive ability to really understand. So those were channeled. I remember winning a competition as a child for a little witch that I'd drawn for Halloween, and they were like, "Why is this so detailed?" So things like that. Um, yeah,
They noticed. They
they
noticed.
noticed it. They just thought I had all this artistic ability, but it was my passion from just a small kid. I would draw on anything that held still. I still do today. Anything that I can physically put something on. I used to get behind in my closet and draw on the back of the closet walls because they were those accordion kind that have the cardboard on the back, and I would draw
Yeah.
back there. So apparently, all of these messages were coming through, and I was just
Wow.
randomly drawing things. I've been drawing spirals, which are portals, for since I was little. That symbol has been in my mind like my whole life.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. And when I think back, there's times in my childhood that I've forgotten. And
Mhm.
slowly now, as I wake up more and more, those things are being revealed to me. And that's something just now that was revealed to me that those were portals I was drawing all over the place.
Did your parents ever realize what you were drawing?
Not until, well, actually, unfortunately, what kind of woke me up was the fact that both of my parents died within 4 years. And it was very hard when my father passed. He was my world to me, and him being gone really kind of put me in a depression. And then, my kids were all growing up and moving out of the house. I was getting divorced. There were all these things happening at once. So it was
Mhm.
like this huge
Mhm.
trauma.
Yeah.
And it kind of forced me awake because I had a lot of time to myself. I had to
Mm.
reflect, right? To heal from those things, you have to reflect your part in it, and, like the divorce and all that. And then I realized something just kept coming to me. Move to Arizona. And I'm like, why? And they're like, I keep hearing in my head, move to Arizona, move. So to answer your question, I was starting to realize that I was a medium when my father passed. And then my mom passed 4 years later.
Mhm.
I would give little messages from him to them, and my family, they kind of look at me like, uh-huh, uh-huh. Okay. And one time, this is really cool. We were at my son's birthday party. We were at a Japanese hibachi
Oh,
dinner where they
fun.
cook
Oh,
it
yeah.
in the front. And his bowl, literally, his soup bowl literally moved on the table like this just a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
And then my father said to me, "Tell Noah I'm here. Happy birthday."
Oh,
And I did, but unfortunately, nobody else saw the bowl move but me
just
because,
you?
yeah.
Oh, no one
So
didn't see it.
they didn't know if they believe, they kind of humored me until really started waking up and claiming, the gifts that I had. And then now my family's seen, my kids are still alive. They're still here. Unfortunately, all of my relatives, my uncles, my aunts, and my parents are gone. But
Mhm.
my kids are noticing, and they're saying, wow, mom, I've got questions for you. I want to ask you some questions.
Nice.
They just love the artwork. They feel the vibration of it, and they share
Mhm.
it to their
Mhm.
friends. So that's very cool. Yeah.
Well, I know I was so excited to get my artwork, and when I got it, I thought, "Oh my gosh, this is just so beautiful." And
Oh,
it felt like you just poured yourself into that. Yeah, and I have it where I can see it every day.
the reason it feels like that, because they are the little ones that I do online. So Bonnie gives a reading, and I have like what, 5 minutes to like do it really quick.
I know. Yeah.
I finish them out, so that, they end up something like yours, like this. But the difference, so you see, they're just simple, right? But
Yeah.
because they're channeled, you're going to feel the vibration of your guides coming through me. For that, it's going to be symbolic for you.
Oh.
And that's why when it's just a little drawing with, not much on there, you're going to feel it because it's actually a channel piece of artwork. If I was to just draw this without channeling it, you'd go, it's cute, but you feel the vibration
Feel feel the
of it.
vibration.
And that's why
That's why it
I,
hit me so much.
pardon?
That's why it hit me so
Why
much.
it's hitting you, even though it's simple, people might be looking at it and going, "Oh, okay." But for you, it's going to hit you because it had a message that was directly to you, and it's your guides that channel through me to make it. So that's why you're going to continue to feel it. And I often tell my clients, put it somewhere
Mhm.
that you often will look at it, and keep
Yep.
it away from animals because animals will feel the vibration, they'll want to grab it. but it will literally call you to it so that you can continue to get messages and downloads, whether you realize it or not. It will shift your mood, it will make you feel better, you will start to feel more connected to spirit. It will literally pull you in. And that's why
Wow.
yeah, that's the magic and the power of spirit art.
And that doesn't diminish. That will always be there.
It will always be there, even in the lead that I use in the colored pencils, because that is colored pencils and a very simple watercolor. Um,
It's really beautiful.
Thank you. And when I first started doing it, I was just colored pencil. Literally, Spirit had me do it with my eyes closed because I was such a control freak. So literally, I know, because I'm like, no, this doesn't, because you have to understand, I am a trained artist. I went to college for it. I'm an art teacher. Like, I really
Oh,
am a stickler about art. So they're using my gifts to put this down. But I wanted to have a say so in what the color in. They didn't want that. They didn't want me to do that. You have to let release the power of it. So they had me do it with my eyes closed and scribble. And then they would show me within the scribble what is there. So when I finally stopped
wow.
controlling it, they'd let me open my eyes and I could hear in my mind the direction of what to go. Use this color, do this. But at first, they were breaking my colored pencils to stop with that color and pick another one. And I was blindly picking the colors.
Bossy little spirits.
They were, yes, and they were training me to stop, right? It's our control that gets in the way. We have to release and let go, you
Let
know?
me ask you something about this. The colors you chose. Orange is my mom's favorite color. And I now that I think about it, because this is actually orange too, I wonder if she had something to do with this. I don't
She's
know.
part of your team, so she would have had something to do with it, because those that we love, when they pass and we've been to them,
Yeah.
they are literally other side, along with other beings that are there for your journey. So yes, she is part of that. And those colors have meaning. They are tied to the chakras. And they give me clues as to what spirit wants me to say concerning that piece. It's just that when I'm giving those readings really quick, I've got 5 minutes. I can
Yes.
go into all of that detail. But
Yes.
when you get a paid reading with me, you get my time for an hour, and I'm literally talking the whole time, giving you all of this info about your artwork.
Okay, so tell us how that works, because I know when I had this done, that you were telling me you were looking down and drawing, but you were telling me what messages you were receiving.
Right.
So if somebody comes to you and wants a reading, you're going to channel the psychic mediumship of it and draw at the same time.
What I do is I ask you to send me an unfiltered pictures that I can see your eyes, because I can literally
Mhm.
read you your energy through a picture of you. If you're smiling, it's even better. I have them send me a photo. And then
Wow.
I start to channel, and I actually, by the time I'm done with the painting, and I've got one here,
Let's
this is an
see.
actual soul portrait. So it's portraying that person's soul essence and their spirit animals. uh,
Oh my gosh, Bonnie, look at that. That is just gorgeous. That's colored pencils and watercolor.
So this is colored pencil, watercolor, and some acrylic.
It's gorgeous.
And so thank you. So what I
Oh,
do then is I start the process. I have them now. I now know how long it takes me. It takes me about 8 to 9 hours to do one of those. And so what
mhm.
I have to do is so it's not so taxing on my body, because it really is hard on the body to channel constantly. They're working through you, and you're feeling those energies constantly. So what I do is I give it a week out, and I work on it a little bit at a time, because
Okay.
I'm channeling that info, and it's layers and layers and layers of encoded messages upon each other. It doesn't look anything like the beginning, looks nothing like the end.
Oh, wow.
And so by the time I'm done, I'm going to be able to tell you, like, for example, this one, this is her higher self. This represents one of the past galactic lifetimes that she's been. These are different spirit animals. The dots are a collective of different guides that she's had. Um,
Wow.
this represents uh, being having lifetimes that were aquatic, and also that this symbol is powerful to her. And then we go into depth about all of that. We go there's even more like the planet and all of these things that we go into detail for an hour. And you can add time or come back if you have questions about it.
Oh,
You
really?
just add time to the paid reading. And then it ends up turning into, okay, well, now I want to see my guides. Whatever topic it is, that's what
Mhm.
we go with. I offer packages like, okay, this size would be, the one that's 222, and it would be on a canvas. So then you would have 30-minute reading, and then you would go into the detail for that. Next size has up to 3. Next one is up to 6. And the soul portrait is about 6 animals in yourself. And so people decide, okay, now I want to do this. Now I want to know that. Now I want to know different things. And that's where it, branches off.
You could have those all framed too.
Yes, I try to make them sizes. I used to put them on
Mhm.
paper and it was an odd size. I'm making sure now they're on a flat canvas that's frameable, that's easier to frame so
I just
that,
I just think that's so cool that they get a reading, psychic mediumship reading, and then that picture that's always going to bring all that back to them again.
right, it's an ongoing thing for them. It's not just, you may never decide to come back and get anything more from me, but you will continue to get information from that.
I'm gonna look at this more often, I'll tell you that.
So yeah, it's really exciting. And I used to bottle up the little when the colored pencils would be broken. Spirit finally told me, okay, instead of throwing these out, bottle them up for the person, and then they would have that energy from their team.
Ah,
And I had a couple that I
awesome.
ended up selling doing that, right? And then they stopped breaking the pencils. So I only have like 5 people that have the opportunity to have that. But
Mhm.
it's a very cool thing.
Oh my gosh. Do you have some more pictures that you want to show?
I do. So,
They're
okay, so
so
that was a soul point.
beautiful.
Thank
Sarah,
you
they're
so much.
gorgeous.
Um, this was one that I did for myself. This is my soul portrait. These are my spirit animals.
Okay.
And if you look at it, it's going to look like, so it is
Oh, that's beautiful.
my essence. It's not going to look exactly like me. It's
Right.
my essence. And so this is and when I did this, I did not have long hair, but I feel driven to grow it out, to that length. This was my first guide that came through, was a Lyran or a lion, galactic race. The owl is often connected to being an experiencer of extraterrestrial things.
Oh,
And I didn't
really?
know that I was one, but now I do.
Mm.
The hawk. And then I also have elemental guides, but I have guides from all different realms, and it's because I'm working with people. So I had like my basic guides, and then as I've been working with people, more and more get on board because they can channel through me to get to their people and help awaken them and help them understand their gifts.
And those, everybody can see their guides too, which is really
Right.
kind of neat. Oh my gosh. This is, and you are sexy in that picture.
No, right. I wish I looked like that. But my higher self, that
Yeah.
is my higher self, right? We all are sexy in our higher self form. And when we pass, we can return
I
to what.
didn't get sexy. I got skinny, which is
Well, if
funny.
I did a more in-depth one, it would be different. It would be
Oh,
different.
this is beautiful. Gosh.
Now, this one is about guides. So, this person has a lot of extraterrestrial guides. So, this would
Mhm.
have been an ancestor. They
Okay.
wanted to know 6 of their main guides. This would have been an ancestor, and
Mhm.
these 2 are blue avian,
Okay. I
galactic
haven't heard of
rays.
that. I haven't heard of
Um,
blue avian.
it's a race that is bird-like but has human body. Avians
Mhm.
come in different colors, but the blue avian is the one most mentioned.
Okay.
Um, this one's from Venus, and
Venus.
Venus, yeah. And this one is from Orion's belt, but I haven't been able to identify which one he is. I just only got that information. So I need to do more research. But what this tells me is that this person is a star seed and they've had more galactic lives than they have human because more of their guides are galactic. Now, keep in mind, if you are empathic and you have these clairvoyant gifts, which we all do, just empaths seem to have them stronger. um, you're going to have more galactic guides, but you're going to have like a mall's worth. So I can only
What
fit so
word?
many in here. You're going to have so many that it could fit a
Oh, a
mall, you
mall.
know?
I got it.
Yeah, a
Okay.
mall,
I heard it
like
right.
tons. Yeah. So because they're working through you to help other people. So I just limit it to a certain amount because of the amount of time it takes me to do the artwork. So I limit it to like 3 or 6 or 1. But keep in mind, I've had people that come back and get, okay, they want to know the
Get
next
more.
6, the next 6, and then I only do that because otherwise I'd need a huge canvas and it would take me hours and you wouldn't want to spend that,
No, no.
you
That'd
don't
be
want to
quite
spend thousand
expensive.
dollars, right? To
Quite
find it.
expensive.
Yeah.
Well, now I want you to clear up starseed because I thought we were all star seeds. Are we
Yeah.
not all star seeds?
We're all star seeds. It's
Okay.
just that some have been more galactic races, like a diversity of galactic races in the past. So we all have a little, what we say alien, but I say galactic races
Right.
DNA. And we are a collective. We're all connected. It's just that some have had more lifetimes as galactic beings in their soul's history or journey than others have.
How can you tell that? I mean, how can we tell that?
So there's telltale signs. As a child, you might have always felt like you didn't belong with your family. You didn't belong here on Earth. You always looked up at the stars and longed for a home that you don't know where it's at.
Mm,
Um, you may have experienced episodes in a dream or actually in front of you. They call them experiencers, but it's somebody that's had some type of experience with a being they can't recognize. A lot of them come to us energetically or in our dreams. Um, you may notice having all these different gifts that just show up, like the clairs. The 7 different clairs just come to you
mhm.
naturally. You have these basically psychic skills that just seem to come to you second nature. One of the signs is when you close your eyes, you start to see images. There's just a lot of different signs. And some people think, oh, that's just my imagination, but it's not. I noticed it more as a child that I
Mhm.
would close my eyes and, I'd see all kinds of things moving, kind of like that Michael Jackson video where the people change from one to the other.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's a great
Um,
video
I
too.
love that video. It's like
Yeah.
that I see. You might
That's
have heard
amazing.
you might have heard your
Random.
name called, things like that. So it just means that your senses are heightened a little more and you're able to vibe at that level to make that contact. But you may not realize it. I had no idea. I didn't even know I believed in this until about a year ago. I mean, seriously, you
You're
have to
still
tap
learning.
into. Yeah, every day I'm learning. Every day I'm learning something new.
Well, I have 3 questions for you, but I'm not gonna ask them because I don't want this interview to be about me. So,
It's fine.
huh?
It's fine. It gives people an insight as to, they might have the same question.
All right. Well, I still can do this. When I'm in bed, I can have my eyes open or closed, and I see colors swirling all over. Do you know anything about that?
So what that would be is so everything has an aura and you're seeing the auras, the energy.
I figured it
So
was energy.
yeah, and if it swirls like this, that's a portal. You're actually seeing the portal.
It doesn't really, it just is kind of all over. It's just beautiful to watch.
Yeah. kind of like the aurora borealis, like it's just all
Yes.
over. Okay, so
Yeah.
you're literally seeing another dimension. You're seeing the aura of things around, and you're seeing other dimensions. See, we can tap if we
Wow.
actually tapped into things, people would understand that there's so much more to what we can do as humans because we're actually galactic beings that we could actually tap into.
Mhm.
And so you're a star seed. You're just not, you just don't know it yet.
I don't know it. Will I know it? I
Yeah, but
mean,
to know it is just to unpeel the layers of understanding what it means. What's going
okay.
on? What are the
Well,
terms? And you have to do some research and talk to other people that are going through the same thing that know more about it because they are what I call more woke. Because what happens is you start to question these things, you start to research into it,
mhm.
and then you understand more than the person that doesn't understand anything about it. So then you might share your experience with somebody, and
Right.
now they're starting to wake up, and you level up like a video game. So now, you know more this moment than you did 30
Yes.
minutes ago, right? So now you have leveled up a little bit. Now it just keeps doing that. And your guides give you little
Yeah.
messages for you to go research. They don't make it easy. They don't give you the whole book. They give you they give you messages and then they say go look it up
Or break your pencils or
or
something.
break your pencils or close your eyes and listen to us. Yeah.
It's nice to know that. Okay, I also remember a dream, and I just knew it to be true, that I could swim underwater and still breathe.
So what you would have been is you would have been a mer person in a past life. And
Are they
you,
real?
yes,
Okay.
yes. And they actually, there is a whole, like underneath the ocean, there is a whole world going on that we know nothing about. There's a whole functioning world going on that we actually can't even fathom. It's more miraculous than even what we see up here on Earth. So
Bonnie,
yes.
you're coming back on. I'm telling you that. You got a lot of good stuff to share. Oh my
Thank
gosh.
you. It's just spirit giving me it so I can help people understand. These things that you're seeing aren't a coincidence. When you have a dream that is so vivid, you just swear that it
Oh,
just happened.
I
You
knew it
did.
was
You
real.
went to that timeline
Mhm.
and you're being shown a past life. And you have had past lives in Atlantis. For me, it was Atlantis, Merlantis, which is lower than Atlantis. So that's where the mermaids and all of that stuff.
Mhm.
Lumeria. It's all tied
Yeah,
together.
I've heard of that too.
And if you have guides that look like this, you're most definitely from that realm as far as think of it like this, your past lifetimes, because you can never kill energy, so it completely just keeps
Right.
coming back if you
Yes.
choose. You come back, you sign a contract, you decide this is what work I'm going to do, and then for some reason they erase your memory at about age 3 to 5 and you don't remember. Some do, but most
Mhm.
don't.
Mhm.
And then you spend the whole time trying to remember who you are, repicking up tools that you've used in past lifetimes, but you are a collective of all these lifetimes.
Mhm. Yeah.
All of those gifts that
Yeah.
you had in past lifetimes, you pick back up. That's why you feel like you want to collect this and learn this and do this. It's because those were tools you had in a past lifetime
Oh my gosh.
and you're using it for this lifetime to
Mhm.
do your purpose. And hopefully, you will wake up during your lifetime and understand what your purpose is. It's probably not what you think it is, but it is
I thought I
one.
finally figured it out.
Exactly. And most of us who are empathic, who have these gifts, are waking up and realizing we're here to hold space for the collective. We're here to help people wake up. We're
Yes.
here to help them understand their gifts and embrace them and to
Mhm.
know their power. And so doing that, That's our gift, and we don't have to give the shirt off our back. We help people under. That's what we think before we wake up. Oh my God, I just want to help people, and I'm going to give them this, and here's this, and go ahead and
Mhm.
take it because we know that it'll come back to us. But the time of that is over. It's about teaching people how to
Yeah.
be self-sufficient and to
Mhm.
stand in their power and understand how powerful they are.
You should teach some classes.
I plan to, and I'm started to mentor because most of the people that come to me are star seeds and light workers that really are struggling and they don't understand their gifts and they want to understand them and they want to know how to use them. So I've started to mentor on top of the soul portraits, let's come back and revisit why this is important to know that. And then I will do like an extension, but yes, groups and stuff, it's technology that's my problem. I have trouble getting, the Zoom stuff and all that together. But yes, that's on the agenda, is to start
Okay.
collectively bringing people together to support each other and to really stand in their power.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm looking away. I'm listening to you. I just realized that the ticker's not going, and I wanted that to show your information. So I don't know why our little ticker thing's not going, honey.
That's okay. And actually, it's okay because that email of mine
I
is not
had it. I
working.
had it for a minute. There it is.
Okay.
There's the ticker, you guys. I'm
So
getting it sooner or later.
on mine, it
There's Sarah,
actually, yeah, my email's not working right. And so I would go with your cosmic oracle at gmail.com.
and it's going right by right
Yeah,
now.
I would put your
Okay.
cosmic oracle at gmail.com if you want to get a hold of me. This spirit driven one for some reason is glitching on me, but your cosmic oracle, it will come to me, all lowercase. Or if you go on Instagram at Lyle, Slyle 83.
Did I spell your name right? Lyle.
Yes,
Okay.
Lyle. Yeah.
Whew.
So it's just S Lyle. It says right up here, S Lyle 83. Instagram has a lot of my artwork on there. Go on there, see how it feels to you. I don't really put a lot of info on there because it's private. These are private readings that I'm putting the artwork up.
Yeah.
But I want people to feel the feeling of it so that it draws them in to understand that your team has, info. They're like, we're trying to get a hold of you.
Well, I'm gonna have to find you on Instagram. I don't think we're friends on Instagram, so I'll
I
have to
don't
do it.
think so. And I don't really have much info on there. It doesn't have my picture. It just has an art. It actually right now has
We
this.
need to get you out there. My God, you are so
I've got to get
freaking
out. And
talented.
that's what it looks like on Instagram, this picture right here, because
Okay.
I felt
Yeah.
connected to that. Um, so yes.
Sarah, fascinating, fascinating, fascinating.
You
Is there anything else? But I might ask a couple questions, but is there anything that oh, let me tell you one more dream. I was in some kind of a bubbly, and I think it was a spaceship. And I remember I can't remember if I was speeding towards something or coming away from it, but I could physically, in my dream, feel that motion of me moving.
So when you're in a spaceship and you're actually as if you're looking through the galactic being's eyes and you are that being, then that's showing you that you were in fact a galactic being in a past lifetime and you are experiencing that in your
Hmm.
dream as if it was happening right now. See, time is an illusion.
Yes.
We go to these other dimensions and we feel like we've been gone for a year, come back and spend 10 minutes. It's an illusion, you
Yeah.
know? So in your dreams are the quickest way to like go to those other dimensions. We literally leave our bodies and our spirit goes to those dimensions. And so you're experiencing or your team's showing you,
A
I
past.
was that being. If you
Mm.
ever have that dream again, ask your team to show me, reverse it around so I can see, what the being was. And so ships are, from my understanding, they're ran telepathically. They have their own consciousness, galactic beings, they're ships, and they are inside of a crystalline protection, like a bubble So that's
That's
why
what
you're
it
going to
felt
feel,
like.
yeah, you're going to feel
Yeah,
that because
I
they're
I it was
within
just
it.
glass. Yeah.
Like a Merkaba. And so it's like a Merkaba protection. And I do teach people how to put themselves in that because, these energies right now are crazy. And
Okay.
if you're really empathic and you're feeling everybody's crud, if you're like me, I don't like to go to the grocery store. I don't like to be around people now because there's so much tension and anger and, stuff going on. If you put yourself in that crystalline bubble, it will actually ground you and shield you more. I had to learn that as a starseed that actually gives you more armor. But they have that in the ship, and they're running the ship by their telepathy.
Is that something that you could teach to if we had you on again?
How to do it? Yes.
Okay. Do you mind showing that, or is that
Sure.
something that?
No, I don't mind. Now, keep in mind it's a quick thing that I'm showing you.
Mhm.
So if you want more in depth, you probably want to like get a hold of me and go through it because sometimes, it's such a concept that people are like, "Oh my gosh, I don't know." You have to believe it first.
Yes.
You have to be open and believe it because our mind is everything.
Well, the people that are ready for that will reach out
They
to you.
will.
They
Right.
will reach out.
But let me go. You want me to go through it now or you want me to do it at a later date?
Will it be quick?
Yeah,
Long?
it's quick on how to
Okay.
put yourself in the bubble. Is that what you
Yeah.
want?
Tell us how to put,
Okay.
because everybody's going, I know when they're watching this, put us in the bubble.
What are we doing here? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So the concept, let me back up the concept shield and grounding. Okay.
Okay.
There's two things you want to do as an empath, really everybody, but somebody that's an empath is basically born without those energetic boundaries, those solid walls of boundaries around so that people feel comfortable coming up to you. They're going to want to get right in your face. Like they're like, hey, let me tell you my life story. Let me get a hug. Kids and animals love you, right?
Mhm.
So if you notice, some people are like you walk in a room as an empath and you feel that wall, like, oop, I was
Yeah.
going to talk to Susie, but not today. I know she's got that wall up, right? You can feel it from across the room. Whoop, no,
Oh, gosh.
right? They have those boundaries.
Yes.
We have to learn as our journey as an empath to put up verbal boundaries with people and energetic boundaries.
Okay.
So say that to say that as an empath, you should do this before you ever get out of bed in the morning, before you interact with your phone or talk to people. You should do this. And then as the day goes on, if you don't feel shielded, you want to do it again. Just
Oh,
keep doing it.
we
Okay.
have to know this.
So this is what you do.
Okay.
You imagine your higher self, God's image, up high. Okay. You're going to bring a cord of golden light up to your higher self and connect.
Are you laying down while we're doing this?
You can do it anywhere. You're just visualizing this in your mind. Now, at
Okay.
first, if you have to do it with your arm to visualize it because you're not a visual person, then that's what you do. So you do
Okay.
it when you're in privacy, right? You don't have to be laying down, nothing. You're just concentrating on it.
Okay.
So you're in bed and you're ready to get up for the day. So you bring that energetic cord of golden light up to your higher self and connect.
Okay.
Then you come down with the light like a tube and you put it down over your body to the ground and
Wow.
all the way down into the center of the earth. Like there's a big crystal there. You're connecting to that crystal in the center of the earth.
I could
Now
feel it
you're
when we were coming down.
feel it whooshing as it comes down your core, down to the ground, down as deep as you can go. So now you're connected, you're grounded. It's a cord. Nobody can pull you around, nobody can knock you over. You are grounded with this tether. Okay. Now you're grounded. Here's what you're going to do to shield yourself. You're going to go back up to your higher self
Okay.
and bring down a tube, a big tube of light, a cylinder over the top of you and down, and you're going to
Oh,
push it
protection.
out like a bubble. So now there's a bubble. You're in a bubble like a hamster. You are in a bubble of golden light. It is inside of it. You are in the middle of this bubble. So now you are grounded and you're shielded.
Do you do that in public?
You know what? The first time I had to, but Now I just visualize it. You just visualize doing that. Just stop for a second. If you got to go in the bathroom and do it, you got to go in your car and do it. You got to close your eyes and just do it real quick, right?
Stop.
The Merkaba part is the added shield.
Say
Okay,
that
so
word again, please.
Merkaba,
Merkaba.
Merkaba, I think it is. It is Metatron's symbol. It is here it is. It
He's
is
on my table.
the 3D Star of David. It's
I
three
don't have
dimensional.
that.
So it's like a triangle this way and a triangle upside down over top of each other, like the
Okay.
Star of David. Okay, so it is they call it the Merkaba. Okay, so what you're gonna do, you're in all this stuff now, right? Okay, you're going to look up and you're gonna draw a triangle right side up, and then over
Okay.
the top a triangle upside down.
Okay.
So you're making this here, right? Triangle up, triangle upside down over top of each other. It looks like a star now. Got it?
Okay. Yeah.
You're going to take the first triangle and spin it one direction,
Mm-hmm.
and take your other hand and spin the other one the other direction.
Interesting.
So they're spinning two different directions.
And what does that do for us?
You're going to bring it down over
We'll
the
bring it
top
down.
of you, and you're going to feel a whooshing, like whoosh, and it's going to come back up. That is putting you in the Merkaba. You are in the Merkaba now. So you're in the Merkaba with a bubble around it and the cord. So you are protected completely. If you don't want to do the Merkaba unless you've got some real crazy things going on, you don't have to do all of that. Just make sure you shield and ground before you get out of bed. And every time
Okay.
you feel like it breaks, do it again.
Why? Tell me what the. I don't understand what the Merkaba is.
The Merkaba is sacred geometry. It is the collectives. One of the collectives, when I say collectives, I mean all living beings in every time, dimension, space, humanoid, not humanoid, all of that. It is a symbol that symbolizes protection, sacred geometry. It is there's so much about it that we don't understand, but it's all about light and love. It's all about protection. It is the key to all of that.
Well, then we're not going to skip that part if that's the
To
key.
me, I add it when I just really feel like I need that. It's like putting on your armor, you know? And you can visualize putting on your armor if you want. It's all in your mind. You're projecting whatever it is. But as an empath, we've got to put those things up, you know? Um, because now, and we push out the bubble as far as we want it for people not to come that far. So if you
Okay.
don't want people in your face today, you're going to the store, you don't want people in your face coming up, push that bubble out. And now there's your wall walking around as if you've got that bubble, you know?
We needed this earlier. Sarah and I shared
Right?
what was happening with us. Oh, I needed it. You already knew it. Yeah.
Well, one thing with technology that I've noticed, so spirit and beings that are coming in their energetic form through um, will mess with technology. And so it's pretty normal for me to notice that happening. It's frustrating,
No, I
but
don't like that.
I don't like it, but they will do that. When I first started and I was typing messages back to clients on
Mhm.
whatever platform, it would slow it down. You know, like you're typing and then it took 5 seconds for it to show up.
Oh my
Talk
gosh.
about frustrating. And I was like, what is going on
Well,
here?
what's wrong with
I've
my computer or
yeah,
my
been
phone? Yeah.
dropped from calls.
Oh
Um,
gosh.
I,
I think they tease you, Sarah.
Yeah, I'm used to it. And even the person's energy can do that because you are channeling um this info from these beings, you know. So it's going to do that. Oh, I did forget to mention, if I can do this really quick, I
Oh, go
forgot.
right ahead.
I so basically I can connect with any being that is from another dimension, your loved ones that have passed and all of that. And I can do the same thing in spirit art. So I can literally draw, and it's not 100%. I'm human. Okay. So if any psychic tells you they're 100%, they're not. We're human. It's not, it's like 98%. Um, that it'll come through, but I can draw the person without you giving me any photos of them, just giving me a name and how they're related to you. And I do those as well, where you get the drawing.
Holy
Um,
God, Sarah.
and so they
Jeez.
come through. And what's kind of interesting is that sometimes in the photos that you have, it'll be the same shirt or the same color of outfit on.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna have to wrap it up, girl. But I'm telling you guys, she's gonna come back on. Isn't she fascinating?
Thanks.
See, I keep telling you guys, there's so much out there to learn.
There's a lot to learn, and there's a lot to learn about yourself. You might be able
True.
to do this and you just don't know it. I didn't know until my mentor said, I said, I want to be in this field. And I feel like I want to help people in this way. It
Mhm.
has everything I want to be. I wanted to be an art therapist. I wanted to be a teacher. I
Yep.
wanted to be do my artwork. I
Mhm.
wanted to counsel people, and it's everything all together. And I didn't know I could do this. And so my mentor said, why don't you try it? This is spirit art. There's different kinds. There's spirit art, and then
Mhm.
there's precipitated art. Precipitated is when actually spirit does it themselves without you touching it. So, for instance, you've got a paint blob, and I don't know where I put mine, but I have a paint blob I can show you where it was just where I was mixing paint, and a face showed up. That's where the face shows up in the piece of toast. You know, you
Okay,
see
we
people like, oh,
want to
it's
see that
Jesus
next
and it's
time.
whatever, right?
We
So
want to
that's
see the blob next time.
yeah, that's precipitated art. And then there is channel where it's like this. And so anyway, she said, put your pen down to your paper and
Mhm.
close your eyes and just let it go.
God,
And
that's so
I did.
cool.
And they were scribbles. So people, but it changed over time. I didn't start out being able to do it like this. I can
No, I doubt you
it,
did.
it took time. They were
Yeah.
scribbles. If you look at my page, you'll see where it started at the very bottom with the scribbles and whatever. But
Oh.
it's fascinating to look at the scribbles because it formed
Mhm.
hands, it formed faces. So anyway, what I'm saying with that is you may have this talent, not even know it. I didn't know until a
I
couple years.
can't draw. I don't have that talent.
Well, they can channel through people and show enough that it would show you what it is. It doesn't have to be, since you see colors,
Mhm.
spirit's telling me work with colors then. So you allows them to work through you with the colors, and then
Mhm.
they'll tell you where to look it up as to what the significance is. And they're telling me to have you start with the chakras. So whatever colors are showing up, you look up the chakra, and that's what
Okay.
that person needs to know about or to work on or where they're blocked. It'll be a process of you understanding, what do these clues mean? What do
Okay.
these colors mean?
I'm going to do that tonight when I go to bed.
There you go.
Yeah. Sarah, fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. Okay. I want to thank you so much for coming on the channel. You are just phenomenal. You really are.
Thank you. I appreciate this opportunity.
Yeah.
I really do. Thank you, Karen.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna get you out there. I mean, you have a lot to offer. I had no clue, you know, I had no clue. So
Thank you.
I'm blown away. So I know other people are blown away too.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you for joining, and we will
Karen,
get you back on.
sounds good.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Okay.